Hello, good morning students. How are you all? This is your social science class and today we are going to study outcomes of democracy. First of all, what is outcomes of democracy? Democracy means there are two terms, demo and cracy. Demo means people. Demo means democracy promote equality among people, by the people एंड फॉर द पीपल. जनता के द्वारा चुनी हुई सरकार जो जनता के लिए ही काम करे, दैट इज़ योर डेमोक्रेसी. सो here are some points. So assessment of the outcomes of democracy in spite of some common features like formal constitution, party system, provision for regular election and rights and duties of citizen, these democracies are quite different from each other in terms of their socio-economic and cultural situation. So what are the outcomes of democracy? So the achievement of all these democracies would vary from each other, and our fascination for democracy sometimes makes us think that democracy can address all our socio-economic and political problems, which is absolutely unjustified and unwarranted. So democracy is just a form of government which can only create conditions for achieving something, and the citizen have to take advantage of those conditions to achieve their goals. Now here some accountable, responsible and legitimate government here. The most basic outcomes of democracy should be that it produces a government that is accountable to the citizen and responsive to the need and expectations of its citizen. So there are some now we can say, why is democracy a better form of government? Why? The first, it is your in terms of cost. A democracy government follows rules and procedures before arriving at a decision. Obviously it will take time due to the procedures that it follow. Its decisions are widely acceptable to the people and turn more effective. In this way the cost of time and democracy pays it perhaps worth it. And some decision making, we can say improve the we can say improve the quality of decision making. As the decision making system in democracy is based on well devised norms and procedure, any citizen willing to know if a decision was taken through a correct procedure can find this out, and this is known as transparency. This factor is often missing from a non-democratic government. So the next point, it is here are some points here in decision making. Expected outcomes, the practice and institutions should be taken into consideration. The first one, it is your regular, free and fair elections, open public debate on major policies and legislation, citizen rights to information about government function. Now the next point, it is your in terms of meeting people's demand and providing a corruption free government. We can say it is a legitimate, you can say that it is in a term of legitimacy, एक जिम्मेदार government. So democracy is to not have an impressive record on this, and democracies often frustrate the needs of people and are quite well blamed for ignoring the demand of majority of its citizen. And there are there is nothing before us to show that non-democracies are less corrupt or more sensitive to its people. In legitimacy government are undoubtedly the most preferred form of government. In spite of being slow, less efficient, and sometimes even non-responsive, democratic government is always considered to be people's own government. The support of democracy comes from both the democratic and non-democratic regions of South Asian countries. And the next point, it is your growth and development of your economics. In the period 1950 to 2000, we find that dictatorship have a slightly higher rate of economic growth than democracies. Achieving a higher rate of economic growth has always been a matter of concern for economists of the democratic countries, but this alone economic growth and development depends on a variety of other factors such as population size, global warming, becoming countries' economic priorities. And the next point, it is your reduction of inequality and poverty. So minority persons and for women the equality is not same, and there should be an distribution of wealth in such a manner that all citizens. You can see here, this is a parliament, this is Indian parliament and the symbol of the largest democracy in the world. India, it is a big democracy, it is a big country of democracy. So it is true that in democracies a small proportion of highly rich population enjoy maximum share of wealth and income. In terms of accommodation of social diversity, democracies is considered to be most suitable form of government. We know very well, and country having rich socio-economic diversity. So we have also democracy have been successful in resolving the conflict among various ethnic group in Belgium, and democracy is no guarantee for non-occurrence of any ethnic and religious conflict. So democracy is not just simply the rule of majority. There is an urgent need for majority to work harmoniously with the minority, and the rule of majority should not be converted into the rule by majority community in terms of religion or races. So Indian diversity, you can see here, a source of strength. Diversity is India's greatest asset, but an underappreciated one. In the last 60 years, we have given in the status of one half of the slogan unity in diversity. So in terms of dignity and freedom of citizen, the democracy is a form of government and promoted dignity and freedom of individual. So basis of democracy recognized in the world, at least in principle, and which had a history of subordination and subjection. So it is much more easier for women in democracy's country to wage a struggle for achieving their dignity and self-respect than in a dictatorship. What are the expectations from the democracies? So expectations from democracy is also considered to be a crucial point for judging any democratic country. When we ask people about their reactions to the working of democracy, they will always come up with the more expectations and various complaints. But the very fact that people are complaining to giving their free opinion itself a testimony to the success of democracy. And there are a term that is dilemma. It means confusion. It is a negative impact of democracy. Where democracy developed, the dilemma is also developed there. So when we talk around people, most of them support democracy against other alternatives such as rule by monarch or military or religious leader, but not so many of them would be satisfied satisfied with the democracy in practice. So this chapter is now finished. Just learn the question and answers. Thank you.